You are now listening to the Q&E Podcast.
Is this what you want? Huh? Is this what you want? Well, come and get it, goddammit!
What's up, everybody? You are listening to the Q&E Podcast, and you're here with your boy Q Hicks right now. And I got Edgar on the other line. Edgar, tell the people what's good.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of the Q&E Podcast. Today, we are reviewing Ms. Marvel episode 3, and this episode is titled Destined. And this is the follow-up to where we see her finally getting in contact with the person she's been seeing in her ancestral visions and everything, and we get an inside scoop on who these people are. So Kamala is getting more information about her powers, figuring out what her family history really is, and we even got a look into the past, into the 1940s, to see what even led to that moment.
Yeah, this was another cool episode to me, bro. I'm really fucking with this show, bro. I don't know how y'all feeling. Edgar told me how he felt, but I'm really fucking with this show, bro. But especially coming off what we just came off of with Hawkeye and Moon Knight. This show is really grabbing me. I don't know if it's just the young nature of it, and it's something that I just don't know about, but it's really grabbing me. The characters, the enemies that are popping out, the new shit with the 1940s, it's just all grabbing me all at once, bro. I'm fucking with the show.
Yeah, I like it too. Like I was telling Quincy before we started, it's just still underwhelming a little bit, and I think that's just because I'm looking for that next Marvel show that's going to have me hooked and ready to watch every week. And it's like, yeah, I do want to watch it, and I like it. I like the direction they're going in. I think the show is very entertaining. But to me, since WandaVision and Loki, I haven't seen a Marvel show again that really had me glued to the TV, really had me waiting every single Wednesday. The closest they got with me with that was Moon Knight episode 1. And then we told y'all already how they fumbled the rest of that, the rest of those 5 episodes. But I'm liking it so far. And like Quincy said, as the deeper they dive into it, we're learning more about this character who most of us I know about.
Yeah, and like I said, I don't know if we're ever going to get to that point with Marvel with these type of shows, because WandaVision I just felt like it was something completely different. And with this show, Ms. Marvel, it's carrying on with the same like basic tropes that usually go with a teenage superhero, the relatable problems. We even predicted a lot of shit that was going to happen this episode. It just might have happened in a different way, but I just like how things are moving along, the pacing of things. We see that she's going to meet with her grandma. She's going to get more information on the enemy. I don't even know what we call this group of enemies that she's was going against in this episode, but
they were called
I found it dope.
What name were they called? They were called the clandestines or
clandestines. The Djinn.
But
the Djinn.
They were also called the Djinn. And
yeah.
If you guys don't know what Djinn are, they're basically Indian and Pakistani genies, or they're called demons in certain cultures in Pakistan and whatnot. So genies, demons, spirits, names and synonyms like that. So whenever you hear the word Djinn, just think of either a genie or some type of spirit, whether good or bad.
And they were exiled in the 1940s because they had these supernatural powers, and now they're trying to get back to their regular dimension because now they're on Earth, and then it's not their home. And we found out that the person that we thought was the great grandmother is not the great grandmother, but she knew the great grandmother back in the 1940s when the partition was going on. But we see that she wants to get back to the dimension where I'm assuming the great grandmother is. And I'm assuming we're going to get more information on that when we talk to the grandmother next episode, when I'm assuming that Ms. Marvel is going to go out there to see her because she had that dream at the end with the train. So I think it's going to end up being something fine, but I don't know if they're going to be the end villain that we end up seeing, though, bro. I feel like they're a group that's like it's a distraction right now, and it's going to be a bigger person at the end that we have to stop. Because I think this group that we're currently going against, the Djinn, can be defeated. She just needs a little more help. I remember you brought up the point about her mother could be having powers. I think we got another sign that her mom could be having powers. And I think just somebody else to help her along this journey, I think would just help her. I think somebody else is going to show up at the end to be an even bigger enemy.
I don't know if we'll get somebody else bigger in the show that she has to go against, but I think there will be hints that shows maybe for a season 2 or maybe even for the Marvels movie that comes out, a bigger boss that she'll help go against or she'll have on her own. And I think 3 episodes just isn't enough time to like create a bigger boss than the people there she's already going against, because in episode 4 they're still gonna have to dive into the dream with the train that you saw,
but they got to go into this alternate dimension too, though. We don't know what's going to happen in this alternate dimension, because
if she can barely beat them, I don't want her to worry about finding a bigger boss. You gotta learn to beat them first.
That's true too, because I really think they were lying about their past, bro. I don't think they're completely telling the truth about what the past was. I think she could possibly still be the great grandmother. I honestly think that, but she's lying to say like, nah, I'm not your great grandmother. That's just friend that, you know what I'm saying? I feel like they could be lying about what happened in the past just so Miss Marvel can help them get back, and she wouldn't question everything that's going on right now. She's like, oh, you guys are strangers trying to get back to your dimension. Okay, I'll help you. But once time starts to go on, maybe when we see the grandmother next episode, we see a picture of the grandmother with the mother of the grandmother. And we're like, oh, that's the person that was trying to kill me the other day. And we start to connect the dots that no, what we're seeing right now could possibly already be the great grandmother. And she's not in the alternate dimension.
And I think Red Dagger, somebody I thought who was going to be the enemy in this show, I think that's going to end up who Cameron ends up being. Because we see he's siding with Kamala in the show now. He's going against his mother and the other Djinn people. And we see that I think he's probably, I don't know if he's going to end up helping her fight them in the end, but I think he's definitely going to, I think he's going to become Red Dagger and end up being her ally moving forward with her character in future movies and shows.
Yeah, because what I seen Bruno do this episode, that nigga took one hit and was done. I was like, we can't have my man on the battlefield. He take one hit and he down for the count, man. I support that he tried to help, but one hit a quitter and my man Bruno was done. I said, nah, bro. This is the
Just go to Cali, bro. Just go to Cali.
He got to be in there making equipment, making devices, making more shit for her to really. But another thing I thought with Bruno had ended up saying that he was leaving. I was like, let's go. I know he gonna end up staying by the end of this show because, like I said, relatable trope that's gonna go along. But I like that he actually said, like, nah, I'm finna leave. Even though you're going through your shit, I still gotta do what I gotta do. And I fuck with that. Because he doesn't have parents. I just not realized that. He lives by himself. And above the pizza place. Yeah.
He by himself? I did not know he was by himself.
No, he's never. When have you seen his parents? He's by himself in there, bro.
I've never seen his parents, but I thought he was just one of them characters that we just never see his parents. Like,
bro, I swear they're mentioned in like episode 1. They talked about his family life, and they were like, his family life isn't like ours. He really doesn't have one. That's why he's so connected to Kamala, and that's why they treat him like a part of their family. That's why we see him at so many of their events. I don't think he has one. We would have seen them at some point, whether he's walking up here in there chilling. I think he stays because who stays there? That's like a solo. That's like a solo apartment type of thing.
I thought his parents had like other rooms up there or something, and he just had his own room. Wow,
he in there by himself.
Not even for maybe skim back through episodes 1 and 2 because
I think episode 1 they mentioned his family life, and they were saying like, yeah, he doesn't have the family life like we do. Like he doesn't have one.
That's crazy. I did not even.
And that's because I remember I said last week, like if I was his dad, I would have told him like, yeah, you going to Caltech no matter what you say. But it's like, no, he has nobody to really guide him. So that's really his decision, honestly, on whether he wants to stay or if he wants to go. So he has nobody else.
And another friend, we see Nakia. We see she finally notices that Kamala is Miss Marvel or Nightlight or whatever they calling her at this point.
That shit's so whack. They gotta change that.
And I don't get why. I hate when shows do this. I hate when shows and movies do this. They make the best friend that finds out last or later after everybody else. They make it such a confrontational thing.
Yeah,
like, he's so upset that.
What are you mad about?
Like, why are you mad? Like, and they made her build animosity towards the superhero without when she didn't even know it was Kamala, and now that she finds out it's Kamala, now she upset that it's Kamala. I'm just like, they're doing too much.
And the reason she was mad was so weird. It's like the DODC run up in your mosque one time, and now you saying, "Oh, Miss Marvel or Knight, like, oh, she the worst thing that's ever happened to this community." Like, calm your ass down. She ain't even did shit to you, bitch. Like, what are you talking about? And then you find out who Nightlight is, and now you mad? This fake animosity, my nigga. That's all it is, honestly. You don't even hate that girl for real.
It's like, what are you mad about? Okay, I didn't tell you yet. Like, I was gonna tell you.
She was about to tell her because but then what she ended up saying, she told her that she was a board member or something like that. So she changed the conversation. But she was like, nigga, I was about to tell you real deal.
Man, she'll be all right. I just hate when they do that. It's like, what are you upset about? Like,
exactly, because if you're in that situation, I feel like I would be more so surprised than mad. Like, nigga, you can do what? Like, nigga, what was that? I feel like that should be your reaction, not that really you? Oh my God, I fucking hate your guts. Like, nigga, why is that the instant reaction? Why are you not amazed by what she is doing? You just seen your friend of probably 10 plus years shoot light out of her hand, and you mad as fuck. Oh my God, I can't believe you did this to me. Nigga, what? Oh, that shit kills me, bro. That shit kills me. I can never believe that shit, bro. I can never believe that. But yeah, bro. But what else I was gonna bring up, bro? What else happened this episode? I guess my boy got married. Ain't too much.
I was like, they ain't really too big of a.
Yeah, ain't really shit. Cause what is he? I feel like a lot of things are centered around him. He pops up at a lot of like significant moments, but he's not really anybody of significance. I would like to see him have some sort of powers so it can be like a family type of thing. So you just not that brother on the side that just keeps popping up, and it's just like, all right, bro, you popping up a little too much not to be a main character.
Because we're just banking on the mom at this point to be the other family member with powers.
Yeah, so we just banking on that because I think the grandma ended up saying like, yeah, you and your mother have to come to where I'm at. Whatever name was on the train, I'm forgetting the name that was on the train. She said you have to come here because we seen the same type of dream. Bring your mother. So I'm assuming the mother could have possibly seen that dream too because it could all be a family thing. It could all be connected.
If she would have seen it, she would have told Kamala that when she came into the house around the end of the episode. Because when they asked her, like, what do you need us to help you? Like, you're not telling us anything. I feel like she would have said it then.
But that's my point, though. She wants her to tell her what's going on because she sees the weird shit that is happening, but she needs Kamala to actually confirm what is going on. Did you see this dream? I'm not going to tell you what I seen because I don't want you to think like I'm a weirdo or I have these type of powers if you don't, because I don't want you to have this idea of me. Like, I need you to say it so we can all get together. That's why she kind of looked like devastated when she was like, you can be honest with us. And then Kamala just went up to her room. She was like, something is going on with Kamala. Obviously, it has something to do with this dream, but she's not telling me anything, so I can't confirm it. You know what I'm saying? But the grandma, she gonna get together with the grandma, but everything gonna get on the same page.
I don't know, bro. I hope we don't get disappointed with the mom not having powers. The mom has to have.
She has to have powers at this point. She cannot. I don't think she could take them down by herself, bro. Because we just seen that this episode she tried to do it and she couldn't.
And that's why I said, like, there can be a bigger boss in this show too. Like, she can barely beat these people ass. Like, I really don't want to see her because that's gonna piss me off if you barely know how to beat these people, but then all of a sudden you just know how to use your powers perfectly for an even bigger boss. Oh no, that's gonna piss me off. Like, you're jumping character development.
But my biggest question is about the Djinn is if I don't want to help you, how are you going to force me? You know what I'm saying? How are you going to force me to help you? Is there a way that
they really just trying to take the bracelet?
Oh, that's all they want? I thought she has to do something with the bracelet. They said they need her energy. They need the energy of the sun to go to the other dimension. So I'm like, you need her to get the bracelet the whole time.
They were just trying to get the bracelet the whole time.
Oh, so they don't need her. They just need the bracelet.
Nah.
Oh.
They asked her to do it because at first they were trying to be nice and not take the bracelet, but with her not doing it, they're like, okay, we just gonna force the bracelet out of your hand at this point. Give us the bracelet. They tried to be nice at first and asked her to do it, and she was taking too long and wasn't texting them back. So they was like, yeah fuck it, we finna just take it.
Yeah, because they said they can't reach their full potential in this. No, I still don't think that, bro, because she said that they can't reach their full potential in this universe because Kamala is from this universe, she can get them back to their universe. I think they need her to do some sort of blast to get them back. I don't think they can just take the bracelet and go back to their universe. They need her to be.
But they can't make her do it. Like they can't.
But that's
make
my
her
question. You can't
nothing.
make her do the shit. But I think she has to be a part of it.
Oh, that's why I thought they just needed the bracelet. Because I think her name's Najma. That's the ancestral lady. I thought she just wanted the bracelet this whole time because she has similar powers. But she's just not in. And I think she needs the bracelet on to unlock whatever power she needs to do whatever they're trying to do to get back home. I don't know. I thought they needed the bracelet, but if they need Kamala, I don't know how they're gonna do it.
Because if they honestly needed the bracelet, they could have got her for the bracelet back the first time they met her. It could have been 4-on-1, or you could have asked her for the bracelet, or something like that could have happened. But I feel like it was never a direct ask, or it never felt like they were just asking for the bracelet. They were just asking for her help. So I felt like at the end, when they were actually fighting, they were going to force her to help them somehow, but she had to be a part of it. And that's why I asked, how are you going to make her do it? Are you going to like hang her up like Harry Potter was and just like try to shoot her damn blast against the wall or some shit and a portal opens? Like, what is going to happen after that? Like, I really don't know.
They're going to do it like Tick off of Lovecraft. Put on that slab.
Put that nigga up, yeah. That's what I'm saying. Like, you gonna put that nigga up, bro, and just force that nigga to do it, I guess. I don't know. I guess so. But they on demon time for sure. Because they was trying to be nice at first, but they was like, yeah, she trying to bullshit. She trying to wait. And you see my boy Cameron was like, oh, no, you can take your time, focus on the wedding. That nigga was setting you up for failure. That's why I don't fuck with this nigga already, bro. This nigga ain't the leader of his group for real, bro. You got to get this nigga on, bro. This nigga ain't the leader of his group. And he was another nigga who got hit once and was down for the count. I'm like, all these niggas.
He got hit like 2 or 3 times. He wasn't like, Bruno now. Bruno got hit once, and that was it. No more help. My dog was ready to go home immediately. Immediately, he was ready to go home.
I'm like, bro, because I think he fell off like a roof, not a roof, but he fell off like the
balcony inside,
the balcony or something. And I'm like, okay. And I felt like he was just down for the count. I'm like, damn, Kamala got to go 4 against 1. She had like 2 niggas helping her, and now she got to do that shit solo. I'm like, damn, crazy as fuck, bro. But yeah. I don't got nothing else, bro. This shit all over.
Yeah, it was I think, was this the shortest episode so far that we got?
I think it had. I think it was the shortest one.
Yeah, I think that was it really as far as like the main points.
Yeah, because it's like she told Kamala what the plan was to get them back to their dimension. We got a flashback of what happened with the partition and the great grandmother and Najma. And then we get a flashback. She keeps continuing to tell her. That felt like the first 10 minutes of the show where she's actually explaining why she's helping or why she wants Kamala to help. Then we get like the whole wedding transition and Kamala trying to explain to Bruno why she needs to help them, blah, blah, blah. And then we get to the end where it's like the fight goes down. In the middle of that, Cameron tells Kamala like, yeah, you can calm down. We don't need your help. And then that's really the end of the episode. I don't really remember anything else other than the DOC. What factor do you think the DODC will play in this, which is like the Department of the Defense, or will they keep popping up?
I think they'll keep popping up, but they haven't really gone in depth with them at all in this show. Like
they're not explaining.
All we've gotten with them was that post-credit scene in episode 1. We seen them a little bit in episode 2 come up with a plan on what they were gonna do, and they interrogated the one popular girl, and then now they're just going in Moss and asking questions and whatnot, and we're not getting any character insight on any of these agents. Like even the one that you said was in Way Home, like we haven't gotten a solo scene with him yet or anything. So, and it's about to be episode 4, so I doubt they're gonna dive into any of them now.
Yeah, because I think they're gonna end up spinning one of them to end up being a scroll, because that's what we're coming up on with the Secret Invasion, but they're not diving into anything. Even in Spider-Man No Way Home, we really didn't know what they did, honestly. So it's like y'all just keep popping up. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? That's all y'all coming around for, y'all. Because when y'all pop up on the scene, y'all not really doing anything. I guess they arrested the people at the end, which is another question, because Now they're in jail. So are they going to bust out to get Kamala, or are we going to see another villain pop up?
They're busting out. They're busting out.
The
people is not going to hold them. Them people is not going to hold them.
Because they got them pretty easily. They put them in handcuffs, something like that, pretty easily. I'm like, y'all really superpowered. And what was up with that one dude power? He was swinging like a belt around. I'm just
it was like a belt. I was like, what the hell going on? You finna fasten your jeans?
Man, call that nigga Mr. Wife Beater. What? That shit was killing me the whole time. That nigga really had a fucking belt swinging that bitch around, hitting that nigga damn Cameron. I'm just like, this nigga really got a belt.
And then Cameron come with a smaller belt trying to do the same thing. I'm like, what are y'all doing?
I'm like, what are y'all power? Y'all power is whack as hell, bro. Just let the real OP people get involved in this shit. And y'all stand in the corner or something, because that shit was whack, bro. That shit was very much whack. But yeah, bro, I don't know what happened with the DODC. I think they become bigger by the end, but that's really it. But yeah, I'm really enjoying Kamala though. I think that's the biggest thing that I'm taking away. I'm really enjoying the main character, and that was something that I really didn't feel like the last couple of shows. Like I wasn't feeling Hawkeye. I wasn't feeling the girl, or I wasn't feeling Hawkeye because he was a side character in his own show. And Moon Knight was just killing me because we were just expecting some shit to happen, and it was just like, this all we getting. Like I'm not even attached to you because you have 3 different personalities, and none of y'all are really grabbing my attention because the real personality that we wanted to see didn't show up into the post-credit scene. Blew my whole vibe. But this is like the one person, like obviously because she's young, I think we already like automatically gravitate toward those type of characters. But I think she's just one of those cooler ones that I actually fuck with.
I agree.
So yeah, that's really all I got though.
Do I have a prediction for next episode?
Prediction for episode 4?
Damn. This is really like a go with the flow type of show. I don't even know if you could really give a prediction.
We predicted a lot of the shit that was gonna happen, Haki.
We really did.
We predicted a lot of the shit.
Because they weren't really related. Well, as far as we know now, they're not really related per se, but they are a part of the same ancestral like spirit group.
Mm-hmm. And we already knew that the lady who picked her up at the end was going to be an enemy, whether that's her great grandmother or that's her great grandmother's friend. We already knew she was going to end up turning into an enemy or something like that. So predicted that shit too. I feel like we got an even bigger hint that the mother is some sort of superhero. Like we keep getting hinted toward that. So I hope that we're not just building up something that isn't there. Hopefully we see that end up just connecting by the end. And but yeah. Just hopefully less screen time toward the brother because that nigga taking up too much.
The only big prediction I have is gonna have to wait until episode 6 when I predicted. Well, we both predicted shit. We're gonna get a Skrull cameo and I think a Captain Marvel cameo, and I'm predicting that all the way to the end of the show. So
yeah, but I don't know how excited I am about these villains, bro. I feel like it would be better, dog, if we went into the alternate dimension and we fought the people that were in like that purple plane, bro. We fought people in there. You feel me? I feel like that would be better because then they would be in their home or their home dimension, but maybe she gets helped out by her great grandmother who has been long lost for all this time, who probably is still in the dimension. Like maybe something like that's happened. Maybe that's how she gets helped out. Because we see that she goes back into that dimension like randomly. We seen in episode 1, she didn't even try, and she went back into that dimension. And what if like somebody was like grabbing her, or maybe she helped the other people get back to their dimension, and we got to fight there, and that's where they die completely, and that's where their souls lie, and her great grandmother Aisha, or maybe her grandmother or her mother helps her defeat everybody. You know what I'm saying? I feel like that would be some dope shit. It has to happen in the other dimension, though. It can't happen where we just seen in episode 4 or episode 3. Yeah. Because we already seen it. Like, we already seen y'all go 4 against 1. Like, we got to see it in the other dimension with them at full strength. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to see this same type of fight again in episode 5 or some shit.
Not on regular Earth.
Yeah, not on regular Earth. Like, it got to be somewhere different, bro, where it's like, I can really see why they're so powerful now. Because a nigga with a belt, come on, bro. That nigga can get the fuck on. He can get the fuck on for what I'm looking at, dog. For real. I don't even remember what the other people had. Obviously,
Black lady had like a fork.
Yeah, had a staff or whatever the fuck. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? It was like, What did the Nijma have? Najma. What did she even have?
What did she have? I don't even remember. She
I don't
didn't even
know.
fight that much. That was the thing.
I swear she didn't fight that much. Which made me question, like, she's saving her shit for the alternate dimension. She already knows she's gonna end up getting there. She's saving that shit. She's saving that shit for sure. She's saving that shit. But yeah, bro, you can hit him with the social media predictions.
You can follow us on Twitter at QE Podcast 1. You can follow us on Instagram at QANDE Podcast. You can follow and like our Facebook page and subscribe to our YouTube at Q&E Podcast. And our Gmail is QANDEpodcast@gmail.com.
Yes, and you can subscribe to all of our social media platforms on Q&E Media. We have QE Media is our Twitter. We have QANDE Media is our Instagram. And definitely subscribe to all of our podcast platforms on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, and iHeartRadio. And definitely subscribe to the Q&E Media page. That is QNEmedia.com. And we appreciate you guys for listening and watching. And we out. Peace.